Today I'm going to be demoing a texturing technique that you do during trimming. I prefer it to be done on bowls, but it can be done on pretty much any kind of pot as long as it has some rounded shape. So it doesn't take any special tools really to do. You can do it with just a regular trimming tool, or also pretty much anything that is sharp and flat or even rounded, and it'll get different techniques and like designs on the clay. Can you grab that stack of bowls that's up there? Stack of bowls that's on the shelf. Yeah. And you can just pass any of those around or just set them. That one that is chipped is very delicate. And then also there's one on my shelf that's sitting there too. What?
What is it called?
Okay, it is called chattering. This surface texture is called chattering. So it gives it, I don't really know how to, like a uniform pattern, which kind of surprised me because of how it's done. So pretty much all you need is a bowl that is in leather hard, or so it's gonna be done while you're trimming it, and it can be either leather hard or a little bit harder is what you need. So you just, as you're trimming it, first you get it centered, however you're going to do that, and you want as little, or you want to be able to trim as much of it as you can in order to get the surface texture on a lot of the pot. Alright, so this is going to be done at full speed. You can trim it regularly before, and and on each of those I use a different tool so that each one has a different design on it. The biggest one I used the teardrop one, and then on the other ones I used different flat ones which got different designs. Alright, so you start off, well, I'm just going to clean this up. I'm not actually going to trim all of these for this demo. I'll trim them later, but I will do chattering. Alright, so this one you're going to be going full speed, and with your tool you are going to want to, normally you hold it tightly to cut into it. You're going to want to hold it loosely so it bounces, which is how chattering actually happens. So you're going to want to, actually I'm going to clear a little more of this off. Okay, and then once you get that done to where you want and trim, then you just place it on there, and you find the angle at which it starts bouncing, which hopefully this will. Maybe it's too dry. Ah. Maybe that one got too dry. Alright, well, that's awkward. Let's try a different tool. Yeah, that one got too dry. This one would work. Nope, it's not working. Alright, so bowl got too dry. I mean, it kind of started it, but it wouldn't actually go all the way. This one would be better. Something just always has to go wrong when you give a demo. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to use a different tool this time. Hopefully that'll work. So you hear that noise, that's how you know it's starting to chatter. And then you just slowly bring it down your pot. Until you get to the bottom. Then it will have a design on it. And if you don't like the design, which I mean, that one wasn't a very good design. So you can take it, and how you get rid of it is you start by carving a line. You just take the edge of your tool and go down it and just carve lines all the way down it. So you carve lines all the way down it to interrupt the pattern, because otherwise it would just keep bouncing. Then once you get there, you can just trim it off like normal. Until it's flat again. And then you can just do it again with a different tool. Maybe. Maybe not with that tool. Right. And you have to experiment with the angle of the tool, because every tool is different. Every tool does get a different pattern. And then afterward, you clean it up. So I can pass that one around after you've seen it. And it gets a different pattern. And then you clean it up with a sponge, because there is a lot of marks on it that you probably won't look as good.
Brian, what glaze would look? What type of glaze would look good on that?
The glazes that work the best on shattered things are root beer and Aries, because those two have the most difference with like textures. You can see them the best. And then let's see if this one will work. And then the one that I found really weird was the rounded one. The chattering with the rounded. Okay. No. So that one actually worked pretty well.
Somebody have any questions for Ryan?
Yeah. Also, one of the most important things is the angle at which you hold the tool. Because if you don't hold it at the right angle, the tool, what's causing it is the tool is bouncing on the clay, which is just chipping out pieces of the clay. So if you don't hold the tool at the right angle, it won't bounce back. If you hold it flat or even past flat, it won't bounce back and chip the clay off. So, yeah.
Can you do it with like tap centering so you can do like all the way down?
Yes, you can. If you
Can you do it?
can I do it?
Yeah.
That is a great question. I mean, I can try it. Do we have time to do it?